There are too many girls right now that are in healthy relationships that are throwing that away because of something that they see on social media. And I'm telling you right now, that is not real. We all know why we are here. If you thought that this was going to be a gossip dunking on video, you have greatly mistaken. This is not what this video is about. Today we're going to be talking about if social media is ruining relationships, and spoiler alert, it definitely is. This video is based on the news that happened this week. Desmond and Chrissy are getting a divorce. If you don't know who they are a quite famous TikTok couple. They do different kind of content where Chrissy does like rage baity, weird things. Desmond has this awkward laughter that he emits, I guess. Personally, the content is not for me. Obviously, you can tell after a while it gets like scripted, but hey, for some people it works. It's what pays the bills, and that's what they do. When I first saw that they got divorced, I was completely shocked. I was reading the comments and everyone was like, I can't believe it, I don't believe in love anymore. And honestly, I don't think it's that serious to where you don't believe in love anymore, but I can see how this situation is very upsetting to many people. Desmond and Chrissy, they have 2 kids, they built a house, a beautiful big house, and they do pretty well for themselves financially. So this divorce is definitely something that a lot of people did not see coming. This situation inspired me to make this video. Is social media ruining relationships? Like I said, it definitely is. I can see how social media affects people's day-to-day lives. I can pull examples from my life and other people's lives, not only romantic relationships, but with friendships as well. As many of you guys know, if you watched my last video, my life update, I got into my first relationship. Social media definitely got in my head about my expectations that I had from my boyfriend. I feel like this happens to a lot of girls. They get in relationships, whether in your damn whether you're in high school, in your 20s, or in your 30s, you definitely have expectations for your boyfriend, and you have to examine where these expectations come from. Sometimes these expectations come from social media. Valentine's Day is around the corner, and I know some girls are expecting long paragraphs, hotel rooms decorated with flowers and balloons and chocolates and gifts and diamonds and pearls and all these things. These are expectations that we have because we see them on social media, or we know someone who has this and they saw it from social media, so that's what we expect. And if we don't get these things, we feel like we are not loved, the person is not the right one for us. We hear these things on social media all the time, like if he wanted to, he would. If we're not careful, we have these expectations. It can be the reason why you're unhappy in your relationship. Obviously, if your boyfriend is not doing the bare minimum, paying for dates, providing emotional safety, being masculine in your relationship, then obviously these are things that you can be upset about. Obviously, if you are in an abusive relationship, a violent relationship, a toxic relationship, these are not reasons to stay. But overall, if your boyfriend loves you or your husband loves you, they cherish you, you have healthy communication, then I don't see what the issue is. And if you do have problems in your relationship, you have to communicate that. You can't expect someone to read your mind. You have to come up with your expectations and your boundaries and healthily communicate that. And that's something that I learned in my relationship. I know what I want and I know what I require, so I am not afraid to communicate that with my partner. I see a lot of girls, like I said, comparing their relationships to social media. They feel like if their boyfriend cannot meet these high standards, they are not the one. And I'm here to tell you that is not realistic and that is not real life. Right now, the economy is hard. The average person makes like $45,000 a year. So expecting your boyfriend to take you on lavish trips, buy you expensive gifts, and do all these things for you is not realistic, especially if you don't do that for yourself. Let's be so for real. Just be realistic with your expectations. There are too many girls right now that are in healthy relationships that are throwing that away because of something that they see on social media, and I'm telling you right now, that is not real. A lot of these couples are going through hard times. Some of these couples, they're getting cheated on, they're getting dogged out. For example, this Chrissy situation, Desmond was cheating on her the whole time. Maybe I should say allegedly, I don't know. He already came out to admit it. You just don't know what is happening behind closed closed doors in these relationships. When it comes to social media, protect what is important to you. I will never, ever, ever start a couples channel. I will never start a couples page. That's just not what I am into, and that's not what I like. I feel like the moment someone starts a couples channel, it's just the end of the relationship because you're putting that out there for criticism. You are now kind of having to perform for an algorithm and an audience, especially if you start monetizing on that page. You just have pressure to make that content at the expense of your relationship. Yeah, you have to protect what is private to you. I also see how social media is ruining friendships. I am so lucky to say that I have the best girlfriends ever. Some of my friends, I've been friends since high school, since middle school, since honestly elementary school. And my new friends that I've met in person. I do not have any online friends. Not to say that online friends cannot be genuine and cultivate emotional safety. I guess it's just harder. Sometimes I see on social media these girl groups, they go on girls trips, they buy each other expensive gifts, birthday gifts, and all these things. And their friendship is mostly based on aesthetics and what they look like and how much money they can afford and how much things they can give to each other. It's just basically an aesthetic friendship. They go on brunch. Everything is very surface level. People can look at that and say, like, I don't do this with my friends. This person's not a good friend. And that is not all friendship is. When I was younger, I definitely fell into the trap of comparing my friendships on social media. Like, if this person didn't get me this for my birthday, then they're not a good friend. Or if this person doesn't show up for me in this way, they're not a good friend. I had to cut that out because that mentality will have you having expectations for people and you're going to get disappointed at the end. What helped me is everyone is showing up to the best of their ability. Before you cut out that friend in your life, ask yourself how they showed up for you in your life. My father passed away last year. The way my friends have shown up for me, my community, that is the most important thing. That matters more than what they can do for you and aesthetic photos and whatever. That stuff does not matter. In real life, when things get down and dirty, who is there to show up for you? All this to say, social media is fake. A lot of these girls that are in friend groups hate each other. They talk behind each other's back. They don't like each other for real. They're just doing it for the content and aesthetics. And like I said, when you are monetizing off these platforms, there is a pressure to perform. So half of the stuff that you see might be fake. Get off your For You page, stop doom scrolling, and create connections in real life. Create meaningful bonds in real life that last forever. Stop comparing yourself to people on social media because at the end of the day, it's not real. It's just content, it's just entertainment. That's everything that I have to say today. In terms of the situation with the couple, I wish them the best. Divorce is not easy. No one prays for a divorce. It's heartbreaking, but it is what it is. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, subscribe, like the video. I will see you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.